to work for Hughes Aircraft. I interviewed him in a phone booth in the fraternity house. He got my job. It was fun. They were doing what was called the Falcon missiles. It was an air-to-air missile. And my specialty was the handling and the storage and the testing and the loading, taking care of the missile after it hit the base. So I got to visit a lot of bases, Air Force bases around the world. It was a great job for an unmarried young guy, young engineer. I moved down here in 1962 or 63.
What brought you?
Well, after I got my MBA, I got involved in small businesses. So I bought an interest in a small business in Huntington Beach. And that's what got me down here.
Also a defense company?
No, it was in the marine industry, building boats. I moved on the island and
what brought you here?
Ralph Rodheim, Ralph and Penny and my wife and I started a boat rental business. The one on the peninsula, right off the ferry.
So you had Validly had his, right?
It's Validly's property.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it was where Validly's had their boat rental business. They got out of the boat rental business, so we took over their property.
And what's the name of the business?
Boat Rentals of America. We thought
Have you come
big.
up with a more generic name?
we thought big. So about half of them are in California and the other half in Arizona, around Phoenix.
So Duffy, I can get a Duffy here.
We have lots of Duffys.
Are you yourself? Are you big? Are you a big boater? Are you big?
Well, I used to be. We spent a lot of time in Catalina. We loved that. The kids kind of grew up going to Catalina. My first wife, who passed away, when I met her, she was also from Ohio. She was living in an apartment on the island. She was a school teacher. So we got married, and I'd already bought a little house in Corona del Mar, one of the small houses. So we decided we'd live there. But when I met her and got engaged and married her, she was living on the island.
Not the place on Sapphire?
No, it was an apartment on the North Bay front.
Not so bad?
Not so bad. So that's why we eventually came back, because that's where it all started.
Now you've lived, say, in the place on Sapphire since when? For how long?
Moved in December of 1988. And a week before Christmas, in a big rainstorm. It was one of those where they shut the drains off, so the water was over the curbs. Kids were had their surfboards on the street. We were moving in that day. I've been involved in a lot of volunteer stuff, campaigns, political campaigns.
Where'd that come from? Was it something your dad did? Or?
Actually, yes. He was a treasurer of a small manufacturing company. And he was the guy in the company that took care of the politics. So I kind of picked it up from him, I think. Oh, I loved the parade. And that started when they built the new firehouse. They wanted to celebrate that, so we put together a parade. And it caught on, and doing it every year, of course. And I was treasurer of it for a few years. So I really enjoyed the parade. And I enjoy walking the island. That's just wonderful. You see people you know, and everybody's happy. And it's just a great thing to do every day. You said you walked the island.
Well, Bill
too.
Stewart says 2.7 miles of smiles.
That's right.